Have you ever passed a love note to your crush and then they smiled and said, "Me too"? Well, that definitely did not happen to this kid. But before we get to that, we have an inside look at the newly revealed queens of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 4. We will also find an answer to the much talked about question, is the world ready for a gay James Bond? Luke Evans thinks so. All that and more starting right now. After a year of waiting, the wait is now over. This year's Drag Race UK queens have been announced. Meet your queens. Baby, a musical theater graduate who is self-described as pretty, punk, and black. Black Peppa. Her name comes from her love of spicy food, which dates back to her mom making homemade hot pepper sauce. Cheddar Gorgeous, a 488-year-old queen who harnesses the energy of science fiction, fantasy, and magic. Coppertop, the feel-good ginger of drag who is all about comedy, camp, and jumping into the splits. Dakota Schiffer. At 22 years old, she is the youngest Season 4 queen and the first trans woman of Drag Race UK. She's also an excellent seamstress. Danny Beard, a sassy singing cartoon clown who loves having a beard and, as she says, mixing genders and putting them in a blender. Jonbers Blonde. She's a high-fashion Northern Irish queen who is inspired by the 70s and has proudly been doing drag for over a decade. Just May, Season 4's other ginger queen who is campy, nostalgic, and the world's premier ginger spice impersonator. LaPhil, a singing, dancing Chinese pop star sensation who is inspired by innovative artists like Andy Warhol. Pixie Polite, a big, bold, beautiful triple threat queen who loves Tinkerbell, Disney, and camp tunes. Sminty Drop, a sexy cyber supermodel from outer space who will slice, dice, and chop up the runway in her 9-inch heels. And Starlet. This queen is all about the vintage beauty and glamour of the silver screen. Starlet says she's a young rising Hollywood star who has all eyes on her. Drag Race UK Season 4 premieres September 22nd on WoW Presents Plus in the US and on BBC 3 in the UK. Okay, so do you want to know why this kid's crush didn't like him back? Well, you'll have to wait one more minute. First, we have to talk about Luke Evans, potentially the first gay James Bond. To be clear, both his casting in the role and the sexuality of James Bond is not confirmed. But Luke Evans is a talented out-gay actor, and the speculation is rising. He said he didn't know whether audiences care enough to worry about what James Bond does in the bedroom. In 2021, James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli had suggested that the franchise is open to making its lead character non-binary, which opens the door to a rainbow full of possibilities. Since Daniel Craig made his final appearance as 007 in No Time to Die, speculation has been rife over the future of the character. Will he be BIPOC? Will he be queer? Who knows, maybe James Bond will be Jane Bond. 007 can be a lot of things, but Broccoli was clear about one thing. James Bond does need to be British. She said that is key, and let the record show Luke Evans is a certified tea-drinking, crumpet-eating British gentleman. Time will tell if Evans is shaken, not stirred, in one of the highest-grossing film series to date.
I write a note that says, "I like you" on it, and do not scream.
Okay, so this kid had a crush and was brave enough to take action, but there was a twist he never saw coming.
So I fold it up and I keep it in my pocket. I get on the bus, and there I see her.
Right.
And
She sits next to you?
yeah, we're just talking, and then 30 minutes later, we're just kind of like staring at the wall, and I'm like, and then I whisper in her ear, "Do not scream."
Okay.
So I pass her the note, and she's like, "I'm not gay!"
And then what?
And then I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" And then she's like, "I'm a boy."
You have to commend this kid on both his bravery and sense of humor when it comes to crushes gone wrong. Gay or not gay, there are more fish in the sea, so keep on fishing. That's all for today, thanks for watching.